life gets more complicated. There's a support item that you're going to need to download in order to do this next exercise. You're going to start by going to File, New, and selecting the Advanced tab. In the Advanced tab, you're going to select Air for Desktop. Air SDK is no longer shipped with Animate. To enable Air publishing, please refer to the following link. So select and click that link. That's going to send you to this website. Air SDK is no longer shipped. It is supported by a company called Harman. There is no problem with downloading this. You'll need to click on the Harman link, accept the terms, and you can then download the Air SDK for Windows. There is some stuff up here if you really want to look at it. They do have a pricing page and stuff, but since we make less than $50,000 a year doing our animations, you're going to be just fine. Once you download this, and it's quite a good size file, it'll take a minute or two for you to get it to download. You can move it to whatever folder you want it to be in, but you are going to have to then, it's going to be zipped. You're going to need to expand it wherever you would like it to be. I'm going to delete this after we're done with this class. I'm certain that there is something else that Adobe has that has replaced Air. I can't do the research in this short amount of time though. So what we're going to do is expand that. After you've done that, I'm going to go back to this. Close this dialog box out. Go to the Help menu and select Manage Adobe Air SDK. You're going to select Add New, and then maneuver to wherever you have that expanded file, select it, click Select Folder, and OK. Now you can go in to the File, New. Again, you're going to be in the Advanced tab, select Air for Desktop. Make sure that your frame rate is only set to 24. Yes. And then Create. Save this file as Atrium Kiosk. It's going to be an FLA file. Once you've saved your file, you're going to go to File, Import, Import to Stage, and in your Atrium folder, you're going to select from all openable formats and select Interface. In the dialog box, to make life a little easier, hide your advanced options, and for text conversion, select Vector Outlines, and then check to set the stage size to the same as the Illustrator artboard. You can then select Import. You're going to end up with 5 layers. Select to fit in window, and you should have a lovely library panel with all of these things that are included. We've got some more items that we want to import in, so we're going to go to File, Import, and Import to Library. Click the Mouths AI file and open that. The defaults should come up and you should be fine to import. That's going to add to our library, not to the stage, the Mouths assets. In the library panel, select the Mouths AI file and you'll be able to see the mouths that have been drawn and are included in the assets. Next, we're going to need to change some of those assets to symbols. Make sure you have the Selection tool and double-click the Mouths AI symbol icon to enter into the symbol. Zoom in so you can see these better. Each symbol is basically on its own stage. Click away from the artwork with the selection tool to deselect everything. Then click the top left mouth shape to select it, but not the word. Right click it and choose Convert to Symbol. Name that, rather than Symbol 1, Mouth 1. And you're going to save it as a graphic rather than the movie clip. The registration point should be the center. Click the second one, right click, convert to symbol, and you're going to do this for each one of these. After you're done with that, go back to the stage and center everything. Click to select the mouth, and in the timeline panel, add a new layer. Name that layer Mouths. From the library panel, let's zoom in first of all on the girl's face and mouth. We're going to grab Mouth 1, and in the Mouths panel we're going to lay that right up over the top of the mouth that you see. Hide the mouth layer after you have it lined up. Select the mouth underneath and delete it. Then you can turn the mouth layer back on. For us to have some of the animation going on, we're going to have to create a button symbol. So we're going to look for the Start Over text. Let me zoom out. And then let's zoom in on the Start Over text. Right click the text after you select it, and we're going to convert this to a symbol again. This one is going to be called Start Over. The type on this is going to be a button, and again the registration should be in the center. Now that this is a button symbol, we can go in and do some editing on it. We're going to double click it to enter into the edit in place. And the timeline panel now changes. We have an over, a down, and a hit. Under the over, we're going to right click and choose Insert Keyframe, which is going to define the point where there is a change. Remember, that's what keyframes do, define changes. The over frame should be selected, and then double click the words Start Over in the graphic to go into that. Double click any of the letters to access the individual letters that make up the group. I'm going to click on the fill color, and I'm going to select a medium blue to change the color to. I can now go back to scene 1. Now go up to Control and select Enable Simple Buttons. This lets you test the button states directly on the Animate stage. We can check the current condition of the Start Over button by putting the pointer between the words. Those are dead areas. that doesn't cause the color change to occur. Once you're satisfied that it's working, go to Control and turn off the simple buttons. Double click Start Over to go back into it again. Select the hit frame. Press F6 to put in a keyframe. The hit frame defines the live area of the button, the area that a user can click on. The objects that you put in here don't appear in the movie. We only need to define the shape. So we're going to pick up the rectangle tool, turn off the toggle for the drawing state. We don't need that to be in the object drawing mode. And merge drawing shapes drop to the back of the stacking order. So this will allow you to see the buttons in front of the hit shape. We want a stroke of none and pick some kind of a contrasting color for your fill, like orange. So it really isn't going to matter. And we're going to put a rectangle that covers the entire contents, including that little arrow. Now my drawing mode may not have been turned off because it's not fading to the back. We can still test this and see what it looks like by going back to scene 1. And now if I test it, let me go up to Control, Enable Simple Buttons, and with Hit, I must have had that selected as being an object when I did it, because the only way I could get rid of that was to turn that into a break apart, and now it's receded to the back. So now I'm going back to my scene. Back in the library panel, we're going to look at the Illustrator symbols. We have dining, furnishing, music, and shoes. Right-click the Shoes button and choose Properties. In the symbol Properties, choose Button and then click OK. Look for the Shoes and Apparel button on the stage. In the Properties panel, select Button. So you're going to have to do these same steps for each one of the buttons. So we're going to go to the library, change Home Furnishings, and then we're going to have to change each one of the instances.